Me dunyame AREMEYAW. When no lawyers, you can even have the whole million lawyers in Ghana. Me no be con boot for boot until this world. Me no ba be free mo. It's a sworn enemy and a path we are not going to stop crossing.
Island Media GX, and then the first time I'll batch channel, so I like video and share. Then leave your decent comment or comment section or we are back in time. I send be a viral or social media and so message so Benjamin. No come on, I could video na buy a better also.
Share mask me be united Ghana for some channel. Onini. Annan no or share mask no me no. But my main can say the share mask no say your no so and the me be yi. On share max na your no then ye be sense on refia but so nim say enyo no the American say he should shut up wherever he is penny can say me say him say ukotu benu so mo konto kwa e mi so mo say ba ne say o bisa wo mo say na no na ba ne say eno e na be ma wasem wetimi hu asem ni mu yie I Kwaku amete I have been a victim of how AREMEYAW eye na adwuma somewhere in 2015 I wasn't on TV I was on radio me wo ho. Then a group of chiefs coming from East Dadekotopon, munim East Dadekotopon. Womo ba me office. Na me wo radio so be catch them say they want an investigation and this is not the first investigative program I'm running. If you care to know. Womo ba ye omo say me running investigation on so and so me say but this is a journalist I know, a friend because me ni nya ye adwuma pen Anas AREMEYAW Anas. Womo say yes. Na me say Assemble ya womo see he is encroaching on their lands. With the whole of East Dadekotopon, Honomania de. Now, so are you guys sure? Anas AREMEYAW Anas, no, he's not closer to any stuff like that. Yeah, argument in your then at a point. What happened is saying, I have to go on the ground. So I needed to go on the ground. But before I go on the ground, then I place a call to this Anas without mask. Only then to place a call to him, say, Anas. Yes, sir, what James Asibi wo eye chado ene na for. Is this true? Or say, bro, it's not true. And that he's going to buy a land. And a land no be person or je assassin free ni nsem. And at the end okeka ni nsem na am say no. Come forward ni nim komo. Or say no, many times I'm about forward because why busy financing am say no problem. Then I have to go on the ground to check. Collaborates what I was told to that of what is being put out there. Only to go and realize that, as someone I have for no more is that they go to Ponde by no necessarily what avalanche of complaints, accusations, allegations, including say people I spoke to, some were politicians, some were businessmen, including the Roman Catholic Church, the big church in Chado. Roman Asofwe. Any friends and sister Teresa, when we never complain, say, Anas AREMEYAW Anas is encroaching on their lands. How? And if some of you care to know, there were ministers including a minister like the former minister for friends and local government, Martin J. Kosa. Anas AREMEYAW Anas, Ofri Bimbila, Northern Region. So the question is, then was 7 crown for assassins. Sir, is that the Koton Ponsasi a young crown for dia? At a point, there were 2 families fighting on the land. One called THRE attached Nachefo. Woman they call for Anas AREMEYAW Anas by so no more fighting because of Anas, has built the clouds and his image and blah 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 into Omebwam. Only then Anas came Anas abe entrenching and realized that no, and Krofonu ain't need the capacity much. So he knowing the in and outs of the system, so taking advantage over the situation. This is how Anas got himself in the lands in Chado, where John Mahama lives now. Anas was accused of dropping land gas all over the place. Now, the trust that was formed by Peter Lajeteno eventually went into another transition. So I was so overwhelmed. And I'm saying, what is going on? Every move to bring Anas closer for us to understand what is going on. So we realized that no, what we need to do is that we have to do a documentary about this. Is this the guy who claims to be the self-righteous, the gatekeeper? Then. Now, on radio, then I had made announcements, said this is what is going on. And we need to put this documentary out for Ghanaians to know. Because Anas, and person bɛka no korɛ, and we think that he's not the person he claims to be. Ghanaians, guess what? This was in 2015. Oh. Once we were plotting to do this documentary, AREMEYAW was preparing to release his number 12 documentary of Kwesi Nyantakyi. Now, when Oscautio who said no, at that time I'd come to interview him about the issues going on in Chado. Quickly, no, yes and no. He has to discredit this journalist Kwaku Annan first before anything comes out. How he managed to sense, he said, no, I was plotting to do a documentary to expose him. I don't know. I was there just one particular time. Making them say, I kept say 2 weeks for him to drop the number 12. So the atmosphere was charged. Then a gentleman by name called Kwaku, whose name surfaced in the last conversation between Ahmed and then Vince Amache, that boy Kwaku, another useless idiot. Osumano, and I didn't know who this guy was. This boy calls me and says, Opeso ni mi di nkomo in terms of me opeso share me. Dem ni ko share wa Afrikiko. Ye ko share branche say, me wofa eka number 12 na eba no, and that ne wofa any Kwesi Nyantakyi. Akoye business of $1 million say sika no. Aye bi me ne wofa na dwane akɔhye bunu ho baby because of the expose. Nam si really na womati say Mimi be documentary be about this same Anas or no say cleaning system. And so that's true. But we are in the preparational stage because what we have is so much. Or say then me what say they want to come and sponsor that documentary. And I'm so really no big deal. Yeah, they see a juma. Then we departed. Now Obaya no, he just put on the table a checkered bag. No, this is no so. I thought that was a bag. The next day, and on some frames so ne wafa Onina Kobon Command and Wafa to me say they are ready to come on board and feed on that documentary. About the second time, Odru one or the same checkered bag, Odisi upon also, and or the envelope to us, and the Wafa say unfair mommy. Now, we and the commitment he said they want to sponsor them. So, oh, really? How kind your offer bit me? Now the envelope now bring me scared them to me, Yaman and Koon. Meeting me, baby, what be frame? Oh, by ya, what is he come and say, Minje? Now, Wafa say, and the commitment at chess on a documentary, no problem. Then that meeting also ended. Then the second time you say she abuse, no say, ne wafa say, only some say da ben check, da ben ye pesi ye document. I'm saying you, ora. And it's our frame ya buy. Please tell wafa say onto no boise. And also ye be kono so o yi envelope a free bag no so me wafa say me fema. I'm so catch wafa say me then say. Nemum ye next meeting there, but that ne me nya. The total cost of our documentary, because we need to speak to the television station. Me need time I make Independence Square ne say na akoye that's you know they be or no I'm not interested in that. Yeah, the TV stations need to telecast. The third one, then we've gone to check with some TV stations knowing how much this documentary was going to cost, including the footages are as you on the ground near the best our documentary. So the third one, we met at hotel my friends and Kempiskos and then I wrote everything on paper. Right there now, you better than you so Miss Annan, me wafa say me fema. And they say you figure me catch and then our next meeting I'll bring our sponsorship to this documentary. Now listen to me well. So when nima sembia shasia. Na so be jowa be kika sabin some phone tremia no I measure because I will be me I will slap you to death. We are talking about life and death matter here. Do you know how many people AREMEYAW this are bonny way or did you want this stupid entrapment, this stupid foolish entrapment business? Ghanaian authorities could allow Anas to go scot-free with all of this. You can understand how passionate I have been when it comes to this little twitch. Now me try anywhere Obi send a message by said Anas Kwaku go and teach Anas a friend say Kwaku a lesson. Anywhere Anas will go is what I'm looking. Me upa famiko US what all the kokra na wabroso. You can take Canada Japan to anywhere in the world. For me, anywhere the maybe corner, my Canada Japan they be a pay corner because me yes scam out. But anywhere Anas is prepared to walk with me down the aisle. Swear to God, I'm too much ready. Asima me katremu. Ni na ko Korea say. Abrante ni jam wa okọ ya pe. Then, how many days? It could be about 4 to 5 days. Then a colleague of mine, who was a journalist and I don't know, say, out of, we're free, a Jumanim. Called me and said, Kwaku, you've met some guys. Uno make Kodin Komo. Charlie, that was a bad move. And I say, how? Henry. No, say yes. Or say, you know what? Those guys now question, nice nipa, almost man as some rame and trap you. And I say, but do you know the discussion where it's about the documentary I'm about to do? And I'm also, no. Before I do a public court of public opinion, they put the snippets of this into the airwaves. They charge the atmosphere to the extent that one can one. What is that? One some near day banwa. No soon no crying and I they need Johnny. And that's very evil and very wicked. This is what they did to Kwesi Nyantakyi. Abrante ni me can say we about 1 hour. Na me who me first video. Pam at the public domain, telling a story which is completely different from what we had in Afrikiko. Until, and almost about the afternoon time, no almost a drop another video, bam, and also a better. Hey, and when you check all these videos here, none of the issues about discussing them corresponds with what is in the video. And the video, they've put a narrative behind the video. A narrative that is not my word is about them. Or no walk on in them. Now me share video ni and I'm say, hey, and just some ye can is are we serious? This is how AREMEYAW we with Juma. Na bone man my yo media me documentary. So if he said the way no and yen cry, I don't know forward. But you know something, he needed to do that quickly to discredit Kwaku of what he's about to do so that he can save his image. And from that day, I'm say, hey. And once who Annan took Kwaku to media commissions, a media commission for MMA investigating me because I'm disgracing him. And that he has come to give me a bribe. Now listen and cross the dot and the T and make a sense of it. Say, somebody who has said openly coming to do his documentary. And you go and give him money. Then after that, you go and make a narrative that you've come to give him bribe. A bribe to stop exposing you or a bribe to do what? And from that day, you... all this your self-style entrapment business, you are making it look as though you are fighting corruption. I will expose you until the world will end. Hey, me Kwaku. But you know what? A lot of people are now taking this thing to them. Many of them, he succeeded and destroyed them. But me, you can't. I'm also a journalist. So let's face it squarely. Okay? Let's face it squarely. Now, who be kicking some say, me be attacking and ask for what? Ghana have be sure me doing me. AREMEYAW. When no lawyers, you can even have the whole million lawyers in Ghana. Me, I'm not scared. Me no be con boot for boot until this world. Me no ba could be free mo. It's a sworn enemy and a path we are not going to stop crossing. You think you are the most wicked boy? I am wicked than you are. And journalism, we all went to school. I said, journalism is not done the way you want to do it. Now I am coming to show you the face. The face of the Annan, AREMEYAW, whose face is not covered. There's another Annan to be there on the face I covered, only minimum. But this is the Annan I know, whose face is not covered. Maybe you haven't seen that face before. Tonight, maybe you did. Yes. Folks, take a listen. Look at this face. The Annan without a cover face. Look at him and check what he's doing in the room with those people. Take a listen.
Yeah. The paper is with the Ahmed.
Yes, you know what to discuss at the end. You talk a bit of politics.
No problem. That's my lovely passion. I like it.
So again, we start with a normal conversation. We do business. We are very interested in them. And you ask them personally, what can you do to help them?
I'll ask both of them what's your power and what's your relation to the projects and how you can confirm for us when you can handle the papers which we are replying.
So it's a girl.
I understood, but you misunderstood. I know that. I know what you said. I get it.
Is everything okay?
Yes, I'm really okay. It's 4 seats over there. Only 5.
It's
5 seats over there.
5 seats.
Yes.
5 seats is enough.
The girl.
Great. So among with the image, yeah. This is the Annan I know without a cover face. Onini. So if there's any Annan there with a cover face, then I don't know you. But if you are the same person, Wunia and Abramian Incomo, you prepare, Papa. somebody is asking me one of the stupid questions I don't want to. I have 18. I have your mother. Me need 18 million. I have your mother. Okay? Don't come and speak rubbish. Oh. Nim assembly moi. Don't just get out. This is the nurse without a face cover. Onu ni nim no. Hweniama na oye no. If he's the same person, we are telling him say omra me emisa nasem. But say no no wherever he is, I tell him remain silent and shut up. You and your surrogate. Remain silent and shut up. Me my ready train. Me be yimfo ni bi akyeremo. Na de me be ya kyere wi ubehu say afi abranti e fe na Ahmed SUALE'S or video num. That's why I'm telling Ghana police he say nobody needed to send Ahmed SUALE'S picture to anybody. We had dozens of videos. Because me give videos, I mean that maybe dozens of videos. Ahmed SUALE'S image is in those videos. Woman in Crawford share them all these videos. These are all their own videos or unedited videos. Mumi Sano said, how did this video came out? Is he the one? If he's the one, then we'll know another time. Ahmed SUALE'S was in the meeting. Womo ye rehearsals. Womo we are no me pia victim na abeshim. We juma bomba basuma ni ye. Take a lesson. Watch this video. Namubehu Ahmed SUALE'S in the video. Take a lesson.
You choose more than this guy. I don't have anyone behind me. A lot of people we hired and they are maybe long time with us, but always they make mistakes. I have to take care about these by myself. I have to travel here and here and here because our investment is not in one country. If we don't follow like that, we'll lose.
You are preparing the after gas and after oil.
Yes.
I think this is very, very good for your government.
This is important for future.
Yes.
So what's the next project we talk about? We talk about the hotel before.
We talk about the hotels.
Now, Monshe, imagine that. The extreme right picture no is what Annas, AREMEYAW Annas, put to a US was a ononene sa picture no ni three eyes yabo said no. But now, below that picture is another guy sitting there. And that's not Annas. This is a gentleman by name Daniel Dazi. He's a Ghanaian working with the BBC. Now, what's your picture me and both the left one and then the lower one, both is almost a par. It's a move. Obi beka se me cover menim me say and soon or how a debra mine ebinie. And I want the US court to understand them. Sadena is saying a nimnoa. Watch your space was American court no any lawyers am be careful say enya ni real face no. They met me akan. Eno enya ni real face. No. There's a lot.
I made us be so I Jimmy come when my video about and then the first time about channel so I like video and share and leave you to send comment or comment section as it for from you being a man I made us be macro.